Hey, and welcome Scorpio to this look at your year ahead, 2026. So here I get physically moved, guided, given messages that are coming through for your greatest good, for your highest timeline. And really it's gonna be a deep dive into 2026. I get at least one card for each month to really look at the theme of each month. And in all of the readings that I've done so far, there's some months that we might get more information, more guidance, more messages. And so I'm just going to do that in this reading, go with the flow and see what wants to come through for you. You can watch this video through or come back to it throughout the year just to see what's coming up ahead and to reflect on the months that have gone. I'll also put a link to a bit of a summary sheet because it's going to be a lot of information, a lot of guidance, and so I'll put something that just summarizes it all in the link below. And please, Scorpio, if you get anything from this video, please don't forget to like and to subscribe. All of the likes, all of the views, all of the comments are so appreciated, so thank you. So I'm being given these two cards, and this is a tool in your pocket, something that you need to be aware that you've got at your disposal this year. And here we have the High Priestess and Temperance. And so these are spiritual tools. This is Spirit telling you that you know so much more than you're aware of. This is coming out of the mind and tapping into the unseen, whether that's guidance from your spirit guides. And it really feels like that with the angel on Temperance as well. This is you maybe up leveling and reaching a new level of your spiritual practice or your connection to your spirit guides. And so the message here really is that this is you tapping into your intuition, your inner knowing, and your guidance, the guidance that is around you at all times. And really letting that help guide your path forward. Here with Temperance, it's about moving forward with patience. You're transforming any pain, anything that you've been through in the past, you're building it and transforming it into your power, into your growth, and moving forward towards the sun, towards your joy. You're really being asked to listen, not just listen, but to request guidance from that invisible support here. There's something from the past that might have pushed you back. I'm getting two cards here. So here we have the Five of Cups and the Empress. And so there could be something that you were working on creating, something that didn't go to plan, some sort of loss as well. This is a card all about grieving. And so this is where that disappointment and that grief for something that you were creating that didn't work out has been holding you back and stopping you from really stepping into your power. There's a real emotional weight here from that disappointment, and that's stopping you from moving forward. That's stopping you in your tracks. If you see here in this card, there's a path that leads to that bridge, but the person in this card is just looking at the spilt cups, not looking in the distance and not looking at where he needs to get to, and also not noticing the two cups standing up behind him. And so the message is here, there's clear here, that this is a year for you moving past any regrets, any doubts, any times that there's been disappointment, and any beliefs that things won't work out. This is you starting to trust the steps ahead and trust the universe, and to put those intentions out there and to start moving forward into what you're creating. This is also about healing some wounds from the past. You've had some time mourning, and so there's stuff that you're letting go, the stuff that you're alchemizing, stuff that you're releasing. And listening to the past, there's something to listen to the past as you move forward. And so here is the Queen of Swords. And so with the Queen of Swords, this is you having grown from the past. You've got information, you've got ways of doing things moving forward. This is also you cutting the cord and releasing what's not serving you. This is you not taking any shit and rising through the bullshit. This is you moving forward with clarity, having grown from the past. And if the same situations come up that you've been through before, you've used that knowledge and wisdom from the past to not just prevent you from being pulled back into old situations that aren't good for you and don't match you vibrationally, but this is also you being able to clearly voice one, where you're going, and also what you expect and what you won't put up with from other people. Okay. And so now I'm being guided to put out the cards, at least one for each month. It's not going to be in order, it's wherever I'm guided to put them. Okay, that's all of the cards laid out. And straight away I'm being drawn to and pulled to January. And so turning over January, here we have the Five of Wands. And so January, we're in January now. There might be some chaos, some conflict, some arguments. This can be externally with people in our lives, so there might be some disagreements coming up in this month. But this can also be internally. This could be, you know, we were given these as your tool in your pocket. And so this can be where you might be a bit too much in your mind. You might be feeling pulled in one direction or another, and maybe listening to other people's opinions a bit too much. The guidance here is really come back to yourself, sit in that stillness, sit in that wisdom, and get that clarity through your intuition, through that deep inner knowing, or from connecting with the unseen realms, your spirit guides. And sometimes creating something new as we move into this new year. We're moving out of a 9-year and into this 1 year, and we're moving from the year of the snake and shedding to the year of the fire horse. And moving into something new is sometimes messy. There's a bit of chaos, a bit of a shake-up before things settle and we can move forward in that new initiation, on that new path. So within this, the challenge that you're going to come up against through these conflicts, this chaos, is the Queen of Wands. And so Spirit really asking you to, this month, to not dim your light. With the Queen of Wands, you're being asked to be authentically you. Maybe there are situations in the past where you would have been swayed by other people, you would have gone with other people's advice, but you're being asked to stand in your authority and be authentically you. Shine that light bright, your authentic light. There's something that you're being asked to listen to on this month, something that you need to do. And here is the Hermit. And so with the Hermit, this is a 9. We're just talking about it being a 9 year and previously. And with the Hermit, this is you being asked and guided within. So the Queen is all about standing in your light, and you're being asked to find that light within. This could be a time and a month to retreat and take a pause from it all. If there's a lot of chaos, maybe arguments or conflicts, either outwardly or inwardly, this is a time to go within, to retreat from it all, and to really, really connect with that inner power, that inner wisdom, and let that really light the path forward. This is about you turning inward before you turn outward and really retreating from the noise, because you are tapping into your inner power. Okay, and I've got moving forward. Okay, and it's the King of Swords. So moving forward, this is you following your truth. This is you cutting those cords that we talked about. This is you standing in your power, like we mentioned. And so this is you stepping into that power, following your truth, being able to communicate it with others, and having that clarity as well. By having that time to go within, the path forward is becoming clearer. And releasing the past, there's another important message, especially at the beginning of the calendar year. It can be a good time to reflect on what we've released already and see whether there's anything further that you can release that isn't serving you and your soul's path. Yeah. And something else to listen to this month. This is a big month, a fair few cards being shown for the first month of the year. And this is something to listen to. It might be a bit of a challenge on this month. And so it's the 9 of Pentacles. And so this, again, another 9. This is you really tapping into that. This is you really tapping into that empowerment. This is you tapping into that self-sufficiency to move forward. This is you tapping into your power. And these 9s are showing up to say, this is you close to the end of a chapter, the end of a cycle that's no longer serving you. This is you about to step into that one, into that fire horse energy, and moving forward on your highest timeline, and moving forward towards your abundance, moving forward independent and proud and empowered. Okay, I'm being shown some restriction to be aware of, and again with the 9 energy, it's a good time to look at what is holding you back. And here is the 3 of Pentacles. And so this is about connections. With the 3 of Pentacles, it doesn't have to be, but it could be people that you're working with. It's working with on a project. working together, or it can be within friendships. Where are there friendships, connections, colleagues? Where are these connections holding you back? Where are they preventing this new kingdom being built? And this is a message for moving forward. And here is the Ace of Wands. And so with the Ace of Wands, it's the Ace of Swords. And so here with the Ace of Swords, again, this is about truth. It's about communication. It's about cutting the cords. It's about releasing and getting that clarity so you can move forward. This really feels like a clearing month, a last clearing out of anything from the past year, anything from the past even further back that doesn't need to come with you. And we've moved from the 9s to the 1, ready to move forward in this year. Okay, still, I can't believe how many cards for January, but I'm being given another card. And this is you moving forward with the Ace of Wands. Look at that. So this is you really moving into the Wands. This is you moving into those new beginnings, having both that clarity, that confidence, that inner light. This is you finding that inner light within and letting it light the path forward. Amazing. 1-1 on the 1 month in a 1 year. So many ones. Okay, I'm being given a card. And this, okay, so this is in the middle, and this is a theme for moving forward. It's going to be a theme throughout the year. And so it's going to keep coming up as we move through the year. Okay, and here it's the 10 of Wands. It's that completion. It's about releasing. It's about letting go of any heavy burdens, any responsibilities that you don't need to carry. This can also be about asking for support where needed. But for sure, this is a 10, and it's a completion of a cycle, but also the start of something new. And so with you moving into this new chapter, this is you putting down and releasing any weight that doesn't need to come with you. And so here in February, I'm being given another card for February. And so here the theme is the Empress, and the challenge is the 3 of Swords. And so here, this is you moving forward with what you want to create. This is you starting to see what it is that you want to create, how you want to move forward. And so here with the Empress, this is you starting to see what you want to create. Maybe how the future looks. Maybe this is the starting of either a new you or some sort of creative project. This is you starting to see what you want to birth, what you want to create, and how you want to move forward. But this isn't moving with pushing forward and needing to go, go, go. This is you just understanding the bigger picture, to really envisioning the future. And January and February, it's a good time to set your intentions. This is you visualizing the future. This is you picturing it in the now so that you can experience it and then form the universe and start co-creating with the universe and move forward to your dreams, move forward to what you want to create, move forward to your abundance. And with the 3 of Swords being a challenge, this could be some heartache that you're moving through. This could be from the release that we saw, from the release of the last year, and you moving into this new year, that can carry some weight, that can carry some heartache and some feeling of loss. This could also be where we looked at the Empress before, where it was being in a mind of, this didn't work out before, things never work out for me, and being pulled back into that disappointment and that grief. And so this is the challenge, is seeing that big picture, that big dream, experiencing it, and trusting that it's gonna start taking shape, it's being pulled in, without falling into that trap of, this hasn't worked out before, it's not gonna work out again. This is you finding that hope as well. And moving through this in February, again, so much sword energy, and we've had the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Queen of Swords again. And so this is you moving forwards with what you want to create, taking that wisdom from the past and being unshaken moving forward. This is you not putting up with other people's nonsense. This is you really releasing any chains from the past, any doubt, moving forward with the clarity, the insight, and knowing that this is being pulled into you. I'm being given this card for what you can see on the horizon this month. And so here we have the Six of Cups. And so this is you looking into the distance, and you're seeing you reclaiming your power, but doing so through deep healing. This is you healing that heartache. This is you healing that pain. And this is healing not just for this lifetime. This is soul level healing. This is you healing past lifetimes as well. Maybe through shamanic work, energy healing, but this is you experiencing and releasing cycles that have been running through lifetimes for you. This is you really clearing out and coming back into harmony. Healing your inner child as well is what's coming through. Healing your inner child and healing the past. And so another card for February. Okay, nice. And it's the King of Pentacles. And so this could be healing limiting beliefs, or through this healing, this is you starting to feel that abundance, starting to feel that security, especially in connection with earth and the nature. You're starting to feel secure and stable, and that you know that your abundance is coming. After this release, all you need is patience and care to really grow this project, this abundance that you're creating. So moving on to March, here we have, nice, the Three of Cups. And so this is you finding that soul family, those real connections. This can be in friendship, it can be romantic, but you're starting to meet people who are serving you. This is a time for celebration. This is a time for enjoyment. It's another 3 on the 3rd month. And so this is you really finding those connections that are meant for you, soul family. And I'm getting something about, this is progression. This is progression, and what you can see moving ahead with this progression. Wow. And it's the Lovers. And so with the messages coming through, this is a real shift in your connections, in your relationships. The Lovers doesn't necessarily have to be about relationships. It can be about your in a harmony, being in alignment. But with both the Three of Cups and the Lovers together, it really feels like this is finding meaningful connections. And this really could be meeting someone in a romantic way, but really meeting people that are meant for you, that are meant for your path, that are meant for your highest timeline forward. This is meeting people where you can really drop any masks and you can be your authentic self that we saw right at the start of the year. This is you not having to people please, not having to put on any masks. And these are really sacred connections. And a real change from potentially people from the past that you've been drawn to, karmic ties, karmic relationships. So I've got a challenge here for March. And the challenge, we have the Magician. This is you being asked to claim your power, to know that you have the creative force to achieve whatever you want. This is you being asked to check in. Where is your energy going? Is it going on things that are going to fulfill you? Where's your intentional action being focused? Where's your will being focused? Because that's what's shaping your reality. The challenge here will be when you might start shrinking, and so you're being asked not to shrink. Step into your power and potentially step into your magic as well. Everything is already in your hands, and this is you stepping into that role of the alchemist and moving forward. And so this is you in emotional harmony. We've had so many kings and queens. Each month there's been a king and the queen. And so this is you really finding that stability. This is you finding that emotional stability, that emotional authority, and being able to manifest from alignment. There's so much balance here. It feels really good. This is a really great month progressing forward. And so now I'm being guided to April, and I'm being given another card for April. So here the cards for April is the Knight of Wands. And something to be aware of, a challenge, is the Seven of Swords. And so here you're progressing forward. It is the year of the Fire Horse. We've just moved into that. And so this is you really moving forward, and moving forward with inspiration, moving forward with what lights you up. This is real progression on your path. This is you moving forward with your inspiration, with what lights you up, with that fire and passion within. Something to be aware of. Now, this could be people to be aware of who might betray you in this month. So be aware, tap into your intuition for any contracts, any deals that you get involved with. This could also be where it can also be self-betrayal. And so this is a time to make sure that you're not preventing your progress, you're not stopping yourself, or this could be you avoiding things or having some unspoken truths. From the start of the year, you've really been stepping into your truth and being authentically you. So there might be something that comes up where you're wanting to shy away from that, maybe not showing your full self, but you're being given the message that it's important to handle any uncomfortable truths and to speak your truth when needed. something within reach on this month, something within reach in April. And so here, the Six of Swords. And so this is you moving forward. This is you moving forward to calmer waters, to better things. And it really feels like it. We've got the horse, the fire horse moving forward, and then you can see that you're moving away from the turbulence of the past. And so this is another coming back into harmony. By releasing any imposter syndrome, anything that comes up with the Seven of Swords, you're moving forward to a new level of your truth. So I'm being guided to May now. And so here, the card for May is the Four of Swords. We have the Four of Swords here. And so this is a time for rest. This is you being asked to recalibrate. This is you being asked to not push yourself to burnout. And this is a time for having some space. And this can also be a time where you need some integration. You need to get away from the noise of the world and to have some time where we're moving from the going forward and progressing energy of the horse to the fire horse, to you being asked to take a retreat, to go within and to have some peace. Not to burn out, not to push. I'm being given something that's behind you. So this could also be some sort of closure that's still happening, and there's some integrating that needs to be done. And so here with the page, we have the Page of Cups. Could be about you getting some spiritual messages, connecting with your guides, taking that time out to connect with your guides and get any guidance moving forward. In particular, I'm getting around you moving forward and moving with the Six of Swords from the previous month. I'm getting this is about you getting messages for the path forward and some stuff that you need to listen to, some guidance. This is what you can see in the distance in May, and here we have the Emperor. And so here, this is you moving forward into your sovereignty. This is you seeing that structure that you're building. This is you having the foundations, and this is you having progressed and moved forward, but now the structure's really taken shape. You're creating order from the chaos and building something that's gonna last. I'm being guided to the card in the middle again. So with the Ten of Wands, this is really you progressing and completing another chapter. This is you releasing over the last couple of months something else, but really seeing that future starting to take shape and moving forward, having faith. And there's something within reach as well. And here is the Hierophant. So with the Emperor with 4 and then the Hierophant 5, this really is you progressing forward. And not just that, again, another message about connecting with the unseen realms, connecting with your spirit guides, receiving strong guidance through to guide that path forward. There's a weight on your shoulder to be aware of this month. And here we have the 7 of Pentacles. And so a weight on your shoulder. This is you being asked to have that patience. This is a month where you're going to feel the urge to push. It could be overworking, it could be pushing forward, it could be saying, okay, I can see it taking shape, but I want it to happen now. And you're being guided to trust that the seeds you planted are growing. Take a time out. Let things happen rather than pushing and forcing and controlling. And trust that your guides are there to guide the way, and listen to that guidance. I'm being moved to June now. And so the card for June, we have the 5 of Pentacles. And so here in June, this is a month where you might feel abandoned. I was guided to the previous month being the closing of a chapter. And so you might really feel it this month. You might feel out in the cold. This is also a message about asking for support when you need it. You made some beautiful connections earlier in the year, and those are still there. And so this is the time to reach out to that support if you need it. I'm being given a message that something that you need to trust on this month, and yeah, is the Wheel of Fortune. And so what you need to trust on this month is in the luck and right timing. The wheel is turning, everything's progressing. And in fact, we've gone, if I look, 4, 5, 5. And so things are growing, everything's progressing. We've gone from the 4s to the 5s, and now you've got the Wheel of Fortune to confirm it. With the Wheel of Fortune, the message can be here that if there's any bumps in the road, know that everything's going to be recalibrated, everything's going to be balanced again, and that if there's a bump, trust that it's going to lead to the right path. It's going to lead to what's meant for you. And in fact, I don't think it's going to be long until you see that. It could be that something happens at the beginning of the month. That you might be feeling a feeling of lack, a feeling of things not working out, a feeling of old wounds of scarcity or that abandonment that we spoke about. But this is all happening just before you move into a new chapter. And this could be everything falling into place, all of the synchronicities happening, and then the bigger picture is clearer, maybe even by the end of the month. A message for you moving forward, and I've got the Hanged Man, and so the Hanged Man comes with a powerful message of not trying to force, not trying to control, really trusting and surrendering, getting a new perspective on everything. This is a message that any pain is worth it in the end. It's how we grow. And again, this is about the scales being tipped back into your favor at some point, but trusting that that will happen. Release any control, any rigidity. Okay, so the next month, July, and here we've got the Fool. And so here with the Fool, we talked about the closing of a chapter, the progression, and this is you really stepping forward on that 0 into the unknown and free, a release. This is you moving forward with that trust, with that surrender that we talked about. And trusting that the universe will catch you, that the universe is working with you and for you. There's only one card for July, the Fool, but it really feels like a big month. It feels like you stepping forward and leaping forward, in fact, making those jumps that are needed and really trusting that you're being caught and feeling that. And so here for August, nice. August, we have the Ace of Cups. And so moving from the 0 to the 1, it's again a progression. It's again, this is you moving forward with your cup, with it being overfilled. This is you experiencing new emotions. This is you seeing things being manifested that you wanted to create, especially that are giving you that emotional fulfillment. This is a beautiful cup. This is a beautiful, well, it's a beautiful card and cup for this month. This is you having that overflowing cup that you deserve. And I've got a message for you being on your highest timeline, for your highest path forward. And here we have the King of Wands. And so with the King of Wands, this is you stepping into your power. This is you on the timeline that you deserve. This is where your vision has led you. This is where your fire's not been being dimmed. This is you following your own map, not someone else's map. And you've been through it. That lizard, that salamander has been through the fire, has been through the tough times, but has made it through, and made it through bigger, stronger than before, and really embodying that power moving forward. This is you being lit up inside and following your inner guidance, your inner light, letting what lights you up and that joy guide you forward, and experiencing new emotions as you do. This is you really releasing that weight that we saw before. This is you releasing any weight and moving forward, just holding that one wand with strength, not trying to carry 10 at the same time. And so I'm being guided to September now. And here we have the Three of Wands. And so this is you expanding. This is you really looking on the horizon and bringing in what you want to manifest. Again, it's another progression from the Ace to the 3. And there's lots of Wands energy coming up now. And so this is you really having that fire. This is Spirit saying that you see your vision. You planted the seeds months ago, but you're seeing that taking shape, and not just taking shape externally, taking shape within. I'm being given a card here as a challenge for moving forward. And here we have the Four of Pentacles. And so with the Four of Pentacles as a challenge, it's just having a look at where that control, where that holding on, where that trust and surrender is lacking. And so it's another message about really releasing any control. What are you gripping too tightly to be able to feel the flow? In the past, you might have held on tightly for safety, but that doesn't work. You're being asked to try something differently as you see everything taking shape. This is letting go of any fear of loss, any beliefs of lack. This is you letting go of any control as a security, just releasing, trusting, and trusting the path forward. And so now I'm being guided to October, and here in October we have the Six of Pentacles. And with the Six of Pentacles, this is you coming back into harmony. This is you being in sacred reciprocity. This is you receiving as much as you're giving out. It's a balanced energy exchange. And again, this is the scales tipping in your favor. This is luck going your way this month. And I've got something that's within reach this month, and I'm being asked that you trust. And so here is the Hierophant. And so this, again, tapping into spiritual guidance and the unseen realms. You're being asked to really trust any guidance, any messages that are coming through to you. That can be both externally, it can be people around you, but if it's from other people, make sure that you're checking in with yourself at the same time. You're really feeling into, is this the right message for me? Is this good advice? And it's also about having that spiritual guidance, looking for the signs, the synchronicities, and to start trusting them as you move forward, trusting the path forward, that it's in alignment. Okay, next card, November. Nice. And so here in November, the King of Pentacles again. And so really feeling that security, really seeing and experiencing that abundance. This journey has all been worth it. You're starting to see all of that structure taking place. There's no more being shaken. And I'm being given the message again about trust and trusting the shape that this is taking, trusting that this is about you building wealth, or trusting that you've built enough that now you can embody it. Listen to your intuition is what I'm getting, and this could be someone in your life as well, coming into your life. I'm getting either someone coming into your life, or it's to do with your ancestors. And so listen out for the messages is what I'm getting. So just pay attention in November, listen to any messages, any connections with your ancestors, with your guides. This feels really good. It feels really supportive. It feels really grounded. And yeah, the message keeps coming through to listen for any messages. And here another great card is the Nine of Cups. And so this is wish fulfillment. This is you this is you feeling that emotional fulfillment. And I'm being pointed to your heart, and so you're really feeling that alive in your heart, that emotional fulfillment. And for the path forward, I'm being given a challenge here. And the challenge for this month is the Nine of Swords. And so here, it's just recognizing where there might still be doubts creeping in, where you might have limiting beliefs, negative thought patterns, and go into the mind rather than feeling into the heart and trusting the guidance around you. And here again, we've got 9-9. And so it's the time to check in to see whether there's anything that can be released, whether that's mental burdens that you've put on yourself, overthinking, negative thought patterns. Really important to recognize what you've built, everything around you, all the happiness, and release any negative thinking and look deep at where you might be overthinking things. And then the last month of the year, December, I'm being guided to this, and here we go. I said 9-9, and here we have the 10 of Swords. So a big completion. The end of the year, December, seals off the year. There's been so much progress, so much has happened throughout the year, and there's been so much growth that now is the time to release again anything that isn't serving you. And here we've got that card in the middle, releasing anything that isn't serving you. And so this is you reaching another checkpoint, another portal, another end of the chapter, so that you can step into a new one. This is you having already up-leveled and up-leveled again, but another chance to step into a new chapter, releasing the pain of the past, releasing anything that doesn't serve you, any negative thought patterns, any limiting beliefs. You're at the edge of a cycle, and the pain doesn't need to come with you any further. 9/9 in November is the final station before the full clearing, and a necessary clearing. And in the distance, on the horizon, the sun is rising. That's your joy that you're stepping into. And so all of the joy, all of the happiness, all of the embodied power that came with this year and your soul's growth, all of the good, all of the abundance, there's still even more waiting for you as you step into 2027. Okay, that's all of the messages for the tarot cards, but I am being guided to get a card from the shaman's dream, and so going to see what other messages want to come through for your greatest good, for your highest timeline. And please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. And here, this is you moving forward. This is you moving forward, what you're moving forward to. And nice. Here is Joyful Muse, and it's 3-3. So we saw 3-3. 3-3 came up but earlier at the start of the year. And with Joyful Muse, this is you moving into your creativity, moving into your joy, moving into your fun. It adds up to 6, which is you coming back into harmony. Joyful Muse, inspiration, the gift of play and inner child. The Joyful Muse invites you to be more playful, to have more mirth and joy in your life. You have become boring to yourself, even as others continue to find you interesting. Circumstances have dulled your edge, and it's time to change. Not the things around you, but your attitude. Blow a morning kiss to yourself in the mirror. Smile to a stranger, wink to a child, be mildly but elegantly inappropriate. The Joyful Muse is a source of inspiration, a wild and disruptive feminine force that compels you to invite more pleasure and delight into your life. Give yourself permission to be mischievous and find the humour in the tragedy, while careful not to become frivolous. The power of this muse will shake up everyone around you and invite you to create beauty and grace out of the pain and tragedy you perceive in areas of your life. The Joyful Muse often comes at a time when darkness prevails and the future seems dour. Embrace her gifts, being playful without being silly. Invite the child inside you to come out for a play date, or he or she will help you to return to your innate innocence, the place of never been there, never done that, even if it is the same routine you wake up to every morning. So an amazing message there. This is you coming back to that inner joy, that inner child, and that simple joy, inspiration. And that was an ongoing theme throughout this reading. I'm sending so much love. Thanks for joining this reading. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.